Are we live?
We're live. Here we are.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Iron Shoes first ever watch party. My name is Shira Sion, and I'm the executive and artistic director of Kitka. I was also the witch and three crazy old ladies in Iron Shoes. And we're so happy to have a bunch of our cast members and crew joining us tonight. This is a special quarantine artistic experience because most of us have never seen the show from the inside out. And we've got a slight delay happening here in our home cinema. Okay, that's been resolved. So welcome to our watch party, and we're just going to go around our little Brady Bunch boxes and have each person introduce themselves and say what their contribution to Iron Shoes was. Why don't we start with Erolina, because she's sitting right next to me.
Hi, everyone. I'm Erolina. I played the apprentice narrator. I'm very excited to be here.
I'll just go next. I'm Janet Kutulas, and hello. I'm Janet Kutulas, and I wrote the music, and I think that's it.
I'm Erika, and this technology, I don't believe that anything's happening, but hi, maybe people are hearing this. Hello! I helped create the show, and I directed and had a good time.
Rowena.
Hi, I'm Rowena. I am so tickled. We're all giddy to be together again with this amazing crew. I was in the ensemble and I played the Falcon.
I can go next since I was, I'm Bridget Boyle, and I was kind of a lot of different things, but like the Falcon's voice was sort of the main part of what happened for me, and it was so rad, and I've really enjoyed working with y'all, and it's nice to see you guys again.
Melanie.
I'm Melanie Elms, and I was part of the ensemble, and I loved every second of it.
Michelle Simon.
I'm Michelle Simon, and I was a singer and a king and a baker's father, a baker, and I moved a lot of furniture with great pleasure.
And Michelle Carter.
Seems like Michelle's actually having some technical difficulties. So
she's unmuted now. Okay. Okay, let's go to Katie.
Hi, folks. I'm Katie Basu. I was the stage manager of the production.
I can't hear anybody, but can you hear me? Oh, well.
We can hear you, Michelle. Oops. Let's go back to Katie, and hopefully we'll get to hear Michelle last but not least.
All right, yeah, we'll keep an eye on Michelle and see if she can resolve the issues. In the meantime, yeah, we're really excited. My assistant, Kieran, who worked with me on the stage management team, worked backstage and never had a chance to see the show. I had the pleasure of seeing the show every single night, so I'm at an advantage. But I'm looking forward to it. It's been a few years, and I haven't had a chance to see the recording yet.
Great. And maybe we'll give Michelle Carter one last chance to log in. Hello, Michelle Carter.
Yeah,
Hello,
I don't think
Phil.
she can't hear or see us, so
Oh dear.
so we're having
Okay.
some technical problems. But that's Michelle Carter.
That's Michelle Carter, who was our brilliant playwright and librettist. And this is your welcome team. So just a quick introduction about how this is going to roll. We're going to disappear and go to the live stream. Act 1 runs about 45 minutes. Then we're going to have a short intermission of 4 to 5 minutes, during which you're going to be able to see some backstage rehearsal photos that Kelly Atkins put together. Kelly Atkins was our good fairy. And then Act 2 will also run another 45 minutes or so. And then we'll come back to bid you a good night. And we invite you all to share your impressions of the show as it's streaming in the live chat if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook Live. And also, we encourage you to donate, if you feel so moved, to support Kitka and Shotgun Players during these times, which are truly challenging for anyone involved in the performing arts. And we'll be sharing the links for donations, as well as a simple way that you can text via your mobile device. So without further ado, let's start the show. Encourage you to, if you feel so moved, to support Kitka and Shotgun Players.
Okay, I'm going to send this on
during these times, which are
a certain kingdom, not in our land. A spinning wheel and a golden spindle. In the side of a mountain, an enormous cave. Did she somehow bring it on herself? From crag to crag and peak to peak. They had been so happy, the two of them. Evil sisters, vicious, vile. Across thrice 9 continents and thrice 10 seas. Who marries an evil sorceress? Who does that? He took an axe and chopped off her arms. I wonder what she'll say. I wonder what's in her heart. Go and visit the mother of the moon. She begged for one last favor of him. The streets filled with all the pigs in the world. The horse returned with only her braid. Beyond thrice 9 peaks in the thrice 10th kingdom. A fate such has never been known in the world. Fly, my feather, into the open field. Once upon a time, there was a father and 3 daughters. 1 good girl and 2 bad girls.
Wait! Good, bad? They could be anything. Maybe there were 2 cautious optimists and 1 aspiring dentist. Or 1 fearless librarian and 3 cheerful wrestlers. Or 1 thrifty acrobat and 3 courageous barbers. The possibilities are endless.
Not really. Let me show you how it's done.
planting. Saturdays, maintenance of the outdoor grounds.
The bad girls.
Black and tartar buildup from smoking. Earlobe stretched from trashy earring wear. Muscles of the middle finger strained from overuse.
The father.
Maybe he only resembles the father.
Always buy clothes with lots of pockets. Never open a gate from the back of a horse. Always put one shoe in each suitcase. Never explain, and I'll tell you why.
Generally, I find things are exactly as they appear. One day, the father went to town, and he asked the girls what they'd like him to buy for them.
I want a useless trinket of exceptional value. I want a tremendously useless trinket of exceptional value. Then can I look at her.
Why?
I wonder what she'll say. I wonder what's in her heart.
It's not your job to wonder, it's your job to help me tell the story. And the good girl says to the father,
If it's not too terribly much trouble, never mind. What's the matter? I don't want to be demanding. I don't want to be a bother. I don't want to make any noise or take up any space. I don't want anyone to notice me at all.
Your father just asked what he might bring you from town. He's waiting for you to answer him.
All right. Father, if it's not too terribly much trouble or expense, please bring me a feather of Finnest the Bright Falcon.
What is Finnest?
Finnest, the falcon. Finnest the Bright Falcon.
Ouch!
Kakokopina, te quedas herida. Kakokopina, te quedas herida. Kakokopina, te quedas herida.
I think everything is about to change forever. What is happiness? I wonder.
wait, what are you doing? We need to maintain a professional distance. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. You have no idea. You could end up getting hurt. You will end up getting hurt. It's just you and me, kid. bad girls. Jealous, vicious, vile. First they give their sister a sleeping potion. Then in the curtains they hang knives and needles. The falcon's magnificent wings, torn, shredded, blood dripping from the curtains.
Evil girl!
I am neither traitorous nor evil. I love you with all the goodness within me.
But the falcon's heart hardened against her, and he cursed her, saying,
If you wish to find me, look for me beyond thrice 9 lands in the thrice 10th kingdom. And on your journey, you must wear out a pair of iron shoes.
And so she begins her journey.
Excuse me. Terribly sorry to bother you. How do I get out of these iron shoes?
You heard the bird, you have to wear them out. Thrice 9 lands, thrice 10th kingdom, etc. Good luck with that. Everything's gonna be okay.
It is?
I certainly hope so.
Can you tell me how my story will end?
I'm not allowed to skip to endings. Oh, hey. Hey, middles. I got some middles. Let's see. Here we go. She pulls the gopher snake from her knapsack to chase off the rattler. I have some more middles. Here we go. Here we go. She masks the scent of her trap using urine from the bladder of yesterday's kill. No? Okay. How about this? She discovers that milk from overripe coconuts contains an oil that acts as a laxative.
What does it all mean?
It means things are going to be hard for a really long time. This is awkward. I don't do tears. We don't do tears. Look, there's nothing much here to narrate except for year after year of hardship. So do your best to endure and we'll catch up with you later.
Later?
Buck up, kid. Once upon a time. Great.
Once upon a time, there was a father and he had 3 daughters, and was there a mother? I don't know. I guess that's not really relevant.
You're not ready yet.
Shagun, 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 shagun. My father is a king. He is wise and kind. You wouldn't have heard of him.
One day the king went off to the wars. He called his 3 daughters together and he said,
Have a nice time while I'm away, but remember this. I forbid you to enter that room. That one over there. Do not open that door. Don't even look at it.
After he left, the 2 older sisters thought of little else but that room. They were obsessed. One day, they opened the door to the room and they pulled their youngest sister in with them.
I did not want to enter that room. I'm the good girl.
You may be noticing it's always the good girls in these stories who take it in the shorts. In the room, on a pedestal, was a very large book. The oldest sister rushed to the book and opened it before anyone could stop her, and she read.
The eldest daughter of the king will marry a prince from the east.
She was quite pleased with herself about this.
The middle sister rushed to the book, and she read.
The king's middle daughter will marry a prince from the west. And she was quite pleased with herself as well.
Together, the older sisters dragged the youngest sister to the book and told her to read.
The king's youngest daughter will marry a pig?
A pig.
From the north?
From the north. There was silence. You can just imagine.
I almost died of misery, of terror. A fate such as this had never been known in the world.
The king returned from the wars victorious.
I am victorious.
So racked with guilt was the oldest sister that she confessed to her father immediately.
I'm sorry, Father. It was an Eve and the apple sort of thing.
A prince from the east came.
And he wed my eldest sister.
A prince from the west came.
And he wed my middle sister. I stopped eating. There could never again be pleasure in life. My Mine was filled with the most disgusting tableaus imaginable.
And then it came, the pig from the north. The entire court filled with pigs. The streets were filled with all the pigs in the world. The king took his youngest daughter aside.
You know the old Dowego curse, my dear. May you live in interesting times.
Shagun, 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 shagun. As a girl I dreamed of marriage, of the lad who would be mine. Dreamed him strong and dreamed him handsome, never as a swine. As a girl she dreamed of marriage, of the lad who would be hers, not a groom who spends his evenings fleeing restaurant tours. No mistaken, I like bacon, good chops, and a bit of ham, but a wedding to a pig is just a dreadful sham. No mistaken, she likes bacon, ossobuco in a pot, but a marriage to a pig will never hit the spot.
Picture this, a maiden pure, and the altar sweet demure, a bride untried, untouched, unmarred, and at her side
A groom of the touch, the kiss, the warm embrace, visions amorous and spoony, but could that poor girl, but could that poor girl even spoon me? But can that porker chugun chugun ta-da? Today I wed a swine.
And they were wed. The next thing the king's youngest daughter knew, she was riding with her husband, the pig, in a carriage headed for the north. Along the way, they passed a soupy, swampy, stinky bog. Shouted the pig. And he got out of the carriage, and he rolled around in the bog. When he returned to the carriage, the stench was unbearable. He moved closer to the maiden, and with his mud-caked hoof, he pointed to his snout.
Kiss me, my wife.
She grabbed a handkerchief from her pocketbook and wiped a clean spot on the pig's snout.
And I kissed him there.
Miracle of miracles. You kissed your husband, the pig, and you didn't die. Many surprises await us in this life, my dear. Please have faith in me.
Life is full of sweet surprises, unexpected circumstance. Kindness comes in many guises, worthy of a chance.
One day in town, the king's youngest daughter happened upon a very pleasant old woman.
You're the girl who's married to the king! The king, the pig, the king. Yes. Didn't you know? He is actually a handsome, young, he is the victim of a cruel and terrible curse. Here,
She gave her a thread.
tie this thread around the hoof of the king while he sleeps. He will awaken. A man. I had grown to love my husband as he was, but to become man and woman was something I had dared not dream of.
That night she tied the thread around the hoof of the king as he slept. The next morning, when he awoke, he was still a pig. As he stuffed his hooves inside his slippers, he noticed the thread.
You idiot! The old crone who gave you this thread was the witch who cursed me. 3 days more and I would have been free of her spell. Now I am doomed to remain a pig for 3 more years. Goodbye, wife. If you decide to find me, you must wander beyond thrice 9 peaks in the thrice 10th kingdom. And on your journey, you must wear out this pair of iron shoes.
And so she begins her journey.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but could you please get us out of these damn shoes?
You heard the pig, you have to wear them out. Thrice 9 lambs, thrice 10th kingdom, etc. Good luck with that. Everything's going to be all right.
You don't know that! She's not allowed to skip to endings.
Oh, gosh. Oh. Here we go. All right. Pick a color.
Green.
Green. Pick a number.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pick another number.
2.
Fearing the lake might be infested, she boils the water to kill the leeches.
Leeches?
Look, there's nothing much here to narrate, so we'll catch up with you later. Buck up, kids. Wait, what story is this?
Whose story is this?
That girl there.
What happened to her?
Everything.
What exactly? I have to know what to write.
Say her brother chopped off her arms. Say she was cursed to wander the wilderness in iron shoes. That's enough.
Yeah.
brother was deceived. Say he took an axe and chopped off her arms. Say she wandered the wilderness. Say a merchant's son fell in love with her, and they had the perfect baby. Say the merchant's son was deceived. Say she wandered the wilderness with the baby strapped to her chest, and she came upon a well, and she was thirsty, so thirsty, and she bent over the well, and her baby fell in. No. Say only this. Say that she had no arms to reach. Is it over? It's over. The end. No, seriously, it's over. It's over. It's done. The end. The end. The end. Where are we in this story? Let's go back to the beginning. We're going to go back to the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a father and 3 daughters. One good girl and 3 good fathers. One good father and 3 cautious optimists. I'm just a narrator. I have no power. I can't help her. I can't help you. I can't help any of you. Earth, a planet full of evil sisters, spiteful beasts, scheming old witches, and you, all of you, stomping around in your peasant smocks and your iron shoes. I have got to get out of here. Beyond this world, apart, above, on the other side of the valley fog, Corona Borealis, Canis Minor, Canis Major, Callisto, Ganymede, and all the stars in the heavens. Our moon. Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. Please, I beg you, tell me that you've come for me.
When we meet up in the sky, light and darkness briefly by. Not much time to hold hands, you and I. When I rise is when you fly.
When you make the world so bright, that is when I take my flight. You tell me what happens in the light. I'll tell you about the night. From our home of many views, we observe the human news. Fascinating tales from which to choose, like those girls in iron shoes. Those three girls, their footsteps knock, they are wandering round the clock. Clink, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank, hear them walk, iron shoes upon the rocks. In the darkened woods twilight, trees and wind together fight. Creak, crack, creak, crack, creak, crack in the night. There might be danger, look out if you see Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga.
Space. The home of every bit of matter and energy that has ever existed. Look, Jupiter, Ganymede and Callisto, and the rest of Jupiter's 69 moons. Mercury, a crater shaped like Mickey Mouse. Saturn, a planet so light that if you put it in a giant glass of water, it would float. Why do I know that? Now, Callisto, Ganymede, Callisto, Ganymede, Callisto. Surface of the moon. Footprints. Our footprints. They'll be there forever because there's no wind to blow them away. And there it is, Earth. Just another planet hanging in the void. Contrary to popular belief, you cannot see the Great Wall of China from space. Look. There's the highways of Belgium and Luxembourg, and the greenhouses of Andalusia, the Ganges River Delta, phytoplankton blue, Callisto,
everything in the universe tugs on everything else. So the moon orbits the planet as the planet orbits the star, which is what causes the star to wobble, which is how the star knows it's not alone. No limits, pure potential, everything to discover. Nothing is impossible and everyone is free. Changed. I've evolved. This is where I belong now. It's so amazing up here. I must have done something to deserve all of this. Look, you're good girls and all. Obedient, well-mannered, handy with a feather duster. But did you ever stop and listen to yourselves? Dear, oh dear, something bad has happened to me. It's not my fault. Boo hoo hoo hoo. You're all victims of fate. Am I right? Fate. What a cop-out. Fate is the lazy woman's the dog ate my homework. Face it, you don't have a dog and you haven't done your homework. What do you want? What do you desire? You think you know, so then why haven't you gotten it? There's one reason and one reason alone. You haven't wanted it badly enough. Choose success. Choose not to be a victim. Choose to have it all. Can you hear me, ladies? Architect your dreams. Architect your future. Dream your own boundless, immeasurable destinies. Take ownership over your career paths. You can choose to win or you can choose to lose. The time has come. Let me hear you, ladies. Make time for self-care. Make time for TED Talks. Be passionate, productive, and proactive. Hire a world-class team. Hire a bilingual nanny. We're having it all, ladies. We're training for marathons and we're learning to code. I've seized control over my own narrative and so can you. Can you hear me, ladies? Can you hear me? Iron shoes are so déclassé. Come and live the weightless way.
tell the rest of our stories together.
Not everyone can tell a story, you know. It's a venerable occupation, millennial old. Do you need any tips? I could give you some tips. I mean, where were we?
The feather finished the bright falcon.
Ah! Keep that thing away from me.
Justice, 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 hey, hey!
Traitorous evil girl.
She is neither traitorous nor evil. She loves you with all the goodness within her.
Goodbye, my dear. If you wish to find me, look for me beyond thrice 9 lands in the thrice 10th kingdom. And on your journey, you must wear out that pair of iron shoes.
I hate birds.
And so she begins her journey. After a long time, or a short time, the good girl meets an old woman.
Take this spinning wheel and this golden spindle and this golden thread.
The good girl thanks the old woman from the bottom of her heart. After a long time, or a short time, the good girl meets a second old woman.
Take this silver dish and this golden egg. Oh,
The good girl thanks a second old woman from the bottom of her heart. After a long time,
Or a short time.
the good girl meets a third old woman.
take this golden embroidery frame and this self-embroidery needle. Your falcon has married the baker's daughter. Now, go and ask to be their serving maid. Go!
And so she's hired by the baker to be the family serving maid.
We do not offer a benefits package.
One night, the baker's daughter says,
How about you sell me that spinning wheel and that golden spindle?
and the good girl says, how about you let me have one night with your husband, the bird?
So the servant girl's into birds. He may be a bitter old pigeon, but he's my bitter old pigeon. I'll give him a sleeping potion, and while the servant girl watches him sleep, I'll be spinning golden finery all night long.
And the good girl watches the falcon sleep. And she cannot wake him. The next day, the baker's daughter says,
How about you sell me that silver dish and that golden egg?
and the good girl says, how about you let me have another night with your husband?
Not the sharpest cheese on the platter.
And again, She watches the falcon sleep, and she cannot wake him. The next day, the baker's daughter says,
How about you sell me that golden embroidery frame and that self-embroidery needle?
and the good girl says, how about you let me have just one more night with your husband?
How will she get by in the world? This girl.
Wait! Listen to this. For a sleeping potion, there's but one antidote. A tear must be shed onto the face of the sleeper.
No.
Cry!
No.
Cry!
I won't.
Cry!
If I cry, I'm afraid I won't know how to stop. My falcon.
By the powers vested in me, I now pronounce.
Hold on!
crown would fall from me.
The princess was deceived.
Deceived! They said you were a good girl. Good. If you decide to find me, you must...
Stop! I can't bear to hear it again.
And the pig disappears. The princess realizes she has come to feel great tenderness for her husband, the pig. Love. She realizes she has come to love him. And she vows to wander the earth to find him again.
On and on and on she wanders, over 9 seas and across 9 continents, through forests with trees whose roots are as thick as barrels, stumbling upon the fallen branches. The boughs of the trees scrape her face and the shrubs tear her hands, but on she goes. Look! A house! It's the mother of the moon!
And a shabby one at that.
And she tells the mother of the moon about everything that's happened to her.
You can hold the particulars about the pig loving thing.
She's grateful to the mother of the moon for listening and asks her a favor.
Can your daughter, the moon, tell me where my husband is?
My daughter doesn't know any pigs. You might head east and find the sun's house. The sun has seen it all.
As a parting gift, the mother of the moon presents her with a chicken.
Be careful not to lose any of the bones. They might prove very useful.
My bones are very useful to me. Never mind.
Why bother?
Opera or oratory, no one tells the chicken story.
On and on she strides, across bare sandy deserts.
For every 2 steps, she falls back 1. She crosses swamps and scales mountain peaks, covered with granite and firestone, until her feet, knees, and elbows are torn and bleeding.
Look! A palace! It's the mother of the sun! And the princess tells her about everything that's happened to her.
Can your daughter, the sun, tell me where my husband is?
My daughter, the sun, has shone her light on all the pigs in the world, but she does not know one pig from another. Oh, you might head west to the house of the wind.
And the mother of the sun presents her with a chicken.
Make sure to keep the bones. She wanders again, meeting with even greater difficulty than before. She comes upon a mountain out of which tongues of fire flame up. She passes through woods which have never been trodden by human foot. She crosses fields of ice and avalanches of snow. At last, she reaches an enormous cave in the side of a mountain.
I've gotten wind of your story. Sorry. My daughter, the wind, moves through even the densest of woods, and she says that your husband is living in the hinterland in a house made of the trunks of great tall trees. He lives alone, shunning humankind. Travel by night along the Milky Way. The stars, moons, and planets will light your path.
I know these stars. I know these planets and each of their moons. I tried to live among them once, but I didn't belong. I hadn't earned my passage.
And so, she resumes her journey, resting neither night nor day.
She longs to see him, her husband.
On and on and on she walks, until at last, her iron shoes fall to pieces. That night, she comes upon the house the mother of the wind described.
Look! No windows and the door's
You came back to me.
Right. He almost doesn't recognize her. Her feet, cracked and calloused. Her face, sunburnt and windblown. Plus the missing finger thing. He can tell that she's been changed because of all that she sacrificed for his sake. He feels such compassion in his heart that he suddenly becomes a man, and she trembles in fear.
Don't be afraid. It's me.
Wow. And in the princess's great joy, she forgets her suffering. And they sit together. She tells him all about her adventures, and he weeps at the tale.
All these years I pitied myself, but it's you who suffered, and all for me. Can you forgive me for my pride, my ignorance, my
pig-headedness?
Exactly. Call me a husband. Say you'll forgive me.
My husband, I forgive you.
The time has come to forget about the past. I am a man. Let's get married for real.
My pig.
By the powers vested in me, hold on!
When I married you, you were a pig. But I said, let's give him a chance. And then I get tricked by some nasty old witch, and you cursed me to wander the wilderness and wear a pair of iron shoes. And now you're all, forgive me. And she's all, I forgive you. And you're all, let's forget the past because I'm a man.
But he said such kind and heartfelt things.
He did.
And I met them.
You did. I forgive you. But if I go forward into the rest of my life with you, what would my story then become?
bells and all.
"Why are you weeping, child of God?" And the maiden said,
How can I not weep? I bent over to drink and my baby fell in.
and the old woman said, "Bend down and take her out." And the maiden said,
I can't. I have no arms.
and the old woman said, "Do as I tell you.
I can't.
Bend down now and reach.
I can't.
Reach. And the baby's arms are golden to the elbows, and her body is studded with stars. And on her forehead, a bright moon. And over her heart, a radiant sun.
All right, so that was Iron Shoes. I can't believe it. We got Erika, Shira, bring in Michelle, Rowena.
That was so fun to watch. Is it just us, or are we?
We're still live. So
Hi, live.
Hi everybody. Thank you for being with us.
Ah, there's a whole family of people.
So let us know what you thought of the show in the chat. It's so nice to see so many people watching the stream. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you all so much for joining our watch party. Please, if you're still online, send us a note. Let us know that you were here and where you were watching from. Watching this just makes me realize how much I miss all of my creative sisters and brothers and siblings, and how much I miss live theater, as I'm sure we all do. If you feel so inspired, please take a moment to support the artists and arts organizations in your life. You can donate to Kitka by texting 91999 to Kitka. No, sorry, texting Kitka to 91999. Or you can go to kitka.org/donate or shotgunplayers.org and support these two organizations that will hopefully be able to weather this storm. Thank you so much to Bridget Boyle for being our tech wizardress and making this live stream watch party possible. And I don't know if any of our other cast members or creators have anything else to say as a farewell. Erika, Janet, Michelle.
It was so beautiful to watch that, and so fun to reminisce, and especially at this time where we are all so distant, to just be together in the heart for a moment and together. Oh, am I muted?
No, you're good.
Just to be in harmony with you all, as Kitka always says, was beautiful. So thanks for making that happen, friends.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful thing, and a rare opportunity to make art with people that are so inspiring. Thank you.
I loved being able to sit back and not have to worry about what was going on and stuff, and listen to and just hear all the beautiful witticisms in Michelle Carter's in the play, in the language. And if there's like about 1,000,005 themes involved in the whole piece, and this time I saw even pandemic themes and all sorts of things in there that were just crazy. It was great.
And give it up for Katie down there. Oh my God, our brilliant Katie. Oh my God, there were so many things. Katie, I don't know how you and Kieran and I don't know how you all, we were so crazy. There were so many things happening.
It was a technical challenge. The show was pretty much unlike anything I've ever worked on, and that was part of the beauty of it. But for sure, it was a lot to track. There's a lot happening there.
Just watching 10,000 props come from 10,000 places, so
lots of props.
And, not only performers keeping track of that, but you all having to like the map of your notes must have been an insane web.
It was it was a challenge. It's the best kind of challenge.
Katie for the win.
Katie is the best kind of stage manager.
I had a lot of fun.
I think we need to give a special shout out to the good fairy, Kelly Atkins, who wasn't able to join us on the stream
Oh
today.
my God.
Let's send our hearts out to her and her husband, who had a little mishap today. But Janet, do you want to actually quickly, there was somebody in that chat who had asked about the good fairy. Can you say something about the good fairy? Because she's such a crazy.
The good fairy is all Kelly. That's all I can say.
It's all Kelly.
It's really all Kelly.
Yeah.
She's, And also, just kudos to you singers who are all singing while you're moving all that furniture around and everything. And the
singing carried the show.
I wanted to say that seeing the video was so amazing, because there's so much in the show that I never saw. I had no idea what the stage picture was. I had no idea what the choreography was. And to see it, I mean, I'm in tears and I have chills. it's such a beautiful show. I mean, I was busy singing and moving furniture. I was very happy. But then just the lights and the colors, like all the greens and the blues, and then the red pig cake and the red chairs. It is gorgeous. And the choreography is gorgeous. Ah.
Yes.
Hats off.
Hats off.
I feel like we could have done any choreography to that music, Michelle. Like, I feel like you all could have sung it. We could have just been like doing like basically nothing, and it would all be fine. The music was
Iron
so-
Shoes, the second. You can do that choreography.
Well,
Sorry.
there was so much great choreography that didn't get into the show too. That
music too, Janet.
Oh, the Elvis number.
Oh yeah. What was that like? Walk a mile in my shoes. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was so fun.
Thank you for letting me try that for 3 nights during previews. And thank you for making me cut it.
Next time we'll do it.
Yeah. I was texting with a bunch of people during it, and we were like, the sequel should all be about like the chickens or the chick baby. So there she's too.
Yeah. Okay, well, maybe we should call it a night for tonight and just say thank you to everyone who's been watching and supporting live theater and live music and live artists. We are all still alive and still making things, even if we can't do it together in person. And so your support means so much to us. And a big shout out to Shotgun Players and Shira Sion, who's worked her tail off to put this together, and Kelly Atkins again, who put together that beautiful slideshow for the intermission. And just to everybody who worked so hard to make this production come together.
And
when it was
Bridget
in the
Boyle.
studio. And now, oh, thanks, Janet.
Thank you, Bridget.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure. We'll see you all when we see you in the future. Okay, take care.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.